Hello everyone and welcome to this video. My name is Miss Hoda and I teach Java programming. Today I am going to talk to you about the switch statement. The switch statement is pretty much like the else if, else statement. So it is checking a variable multiple times, whether it is equal this value or equal this value or equal this value. So here I have a scanner called input that takes input from the keyboard, and I ask the user to please enter an option. I read that option as an integer and I check if this option equal 1, then I will write you chose option 1. Else if this option equals 2, then I will write you chose option 2. Else if this option equals 3, then I will write you chose option 3. Otherwise, your option is not valid. It's an invalid option. How do we write the same thing using a switch statement? We simply write switch option and then we open a curly bracket and this is the end of the switch. So this is the end of switch. Then we list the cases. So case 1, so this is the first case. Then we will write you chose option 1 and then we break. And then we write another case, case 2. We write that you have chosen option number 2. And case 3, we write that you chose option number 3. And the last one, which is the else part without an if, we write it as default. And then your choice is invalid. So this switch statement is exactly the same as this if else statement. They are exactly the same. So the switch statement will see the option. If it is equal the first case, then it will do the first action. And the actions must end with a break statement. If the option is equal to 2, it will do these statements, and the actions should end with a break. If it is not equal to any of the cases, then it is something that you don't want, and here you should say default and then you say that this is an invalid option. Okay, so let's try the switch statement. Let's just comment this part and try the switch statement. So let's run. Please enter an option. If I enter 1, it's going to say you chose option 1. Let's try it again. Let's try 2. You chose option 2. One more time. Let's try, for example, 6, which is invalid, and it should say your choice is invalid. Remember to have the break at the end of the statements, because if you don't, I will show you what happens if you remove the break. If you remove the break, the action will continue until it finds a break. So let's remove the breaks from here and try again. So if you run and please enter an option, if you type 1, then the action will continue until either the end of the switch statement or it sees a break. So it didn't see a break. It says you chose option 1, you chose option 2, you chose option 3, your choice is invalid, and then the end of the switch statement and it stops. So this is not what we want. We want to do some action and then at the end of the action we should break. Also, we could have more than one thing. done before the break. So here say good choice, for example. So, and you choose case 1, so both actions, both statements will be executed and it will stop at the break. So let's try again and run, and we enter option 1. So it says you choose option 1, good choice, and this will stop when it sees the break. Also, the option can be anything. It can be an integer or a character or even a string. So if this option is a string, then you read it from here as input.next, and I should put double quotations on each object, and in this case this will be checked against 1, against 2, against 3 as a string, and if it is not any of these, then it will say that your choice is invalid. Let's try it the last time, and the option is 2, for example, and your choice is 2. This is how you implement a switch statement, which is sometimes easier to use than an if-else-if statement. That's it for this video. Thank you for listening.